by its own account, Canada-based Skeena Gold and Silver operates on the belief that a mining company can be a positive force in society. The company is leading the next generation of gold and silver development in the Golden Triangle of British Columbia, a world-renowned mining jurisdiction located in the province's northwest. And joining me now is Walter Coles, Executive Chairman of Skeena Gold and Silver. We're right next to your trading post. Stock up almost 5% as we begin the trading session. So how large is the area Skeena is mining in British Columbia?
Well, we have a quite large land package, about almost 300,000 acres of land, but the mine itself is quite compact. It's probably 200 acres in size.
All right, and I understand you've also accelerated the construction of Eskay Creek, which is also in British Columbia. Can you tell us more about that project?
Yeah, we took a bit of a risk. We started building the mine before we got all our permits, which has enabled us to get to production much faster. But permitting in the United States or Canada is still a long, arduous process. Our permitting time frame was about 4 years and cost us about $150 million. A very frustrating aspect of building mines in the US or Canada, hopefully improving in the years ahead. But the nice thing is once you get a mine built in the US or Canada, it's a stable jurisdiction. A mine in that area will trade at a premium valuation.
Did you take a big bet by building before you got your permit?
We did. We did. It was risky, but we developed a very strong relationship with the local communities, the indigenous tribes, and so we had the confidence that we had strong local support, and that's what enabled us to take that risk.
And I understand that Skeena has delivered on several milestones this year. Can you walk us through some of the highlights of the first half of 2026?
Yeah, well, the biggest ones were we received all our permits in January and February, and the next real important milestone is we're going from a development project to a project that's in production and generating cash flow. So today we're still a non-revenue generating company, but in April of next year that all changes and we become a monster free cash flow generator.
And I understand that you strive to be a positive force in society. How does that fit into your company's mission?
Well, I think any smart company these days takes responsibility for the environment, for all of our stakeholders, our employees, as I mentioned, the communities that we operate in. We need that social license to be able to build our projects and operate wherever we're operating.
What is your relationship with the communities? How do you ingratiate yourself in the communities that you're mining in?
Well, we started 10 years ago, and basically the first step is just listening. We go into the communities and ask people what they want, and then we devise our strategy that in a way that incorporates the desires of the local communities and what's important to them.
So do you, are there surveys, or there meetings? Are you listening? What is that
we hold community meetings. We spend time in the, at local events in the various villages and towns. We get to know the community leaders. We get to know the people who live in those communities by spending lots of time there.
And what is the global demand for gold and silver right now that you're trying to meet?
Well, it's sort of different demand profiles for both. I mean, gold has really changed in the last few years. There's a geopolitical aspect to it. There's also an inflationary aspect. I mean, governments around the world are running huge budget deficits, and there's always the worry that the governments will print money to get out of their sort of debt burdens, and in which case, as fiat currencies decline in value, they lose their purchasing power. The hedge against that is to own gold.
And for any potential investors out there that want to learn more about Skeena, why would you tell them it's an interesting place to look at or invest in?
Yeah, I think first high level, we're a non-revenue startup, and we're about to reach that inflection point where we're generating cash. So that right there is an awesome reason to invest in Skeena. The second thing is that I think everyone should have a little bit of gold in their portfolio, and Skeena's a leveraged bet on gold. So it's just a way to give yourself some portfolio insurance. That's why you buy Skeena.
Before we started the interview, the stock was up under 5%. Now it's over 6%.
Yeah.
So it was a quick move during our interview. And thank you so much for joining us, Walter Coles, Executive Chairman of Skeena Gold and Silver.
Yeah, glad to be here with you.
All right.